Explore Tulsa is an opportunity to see behind the scenes of Tulsa's most unique places.
To hear the stories of real people who are doing fantastic things and who love living here.
We look at the people, places, and events that make Tulsa home. Welcome to a few minutes of Exploring Tulsa.
Hi, and welcome to Explore Tulsa. It's been a great week, and we're happy to be able to share some more stories with you.
It's like it's summer again, and I'm a big fan of that. Cold and damp will be here soon enough, but for now, we'll just enjoy the warm weather.
Trish, we've got some pretty cool segments to share this week, starting with a trip to a tropical paradise right here in Tulsa.
I don't know about the paradise part, and if you're referring to hot yoga as tropical, you may want to watch this first segment to get a little education. We chatted with our friends at Salt Yoga and saw them churn up the heat a little while we were there.
Yoga is not only an exercise for the body, but it's also relaxing to the mind and to the spirit. And so you can get a full body workout with yoga, stretching your muscles, strengthening your muscles, but also coming away feeling relaxed and peaceful. So at SALT, every class is a 60-minute class, and it is hot vinyasa style yoga. So that means that every class is between 90 and 95 degrees, and we have these infrared solar panels that heat the room. And so it's not hot air blowing on you, but it's more like the sun feels. These panels heat objects below. We offer Holy Yoga, and we were the first studio in Tulsa to offer Holy Yoga. It's a yoga practice that is Christ-centered, and it's a free class. We have 3 per week between our 2 studios, and there's just something so powerful about working out your body physically and then emotionally and spiritually working on deepening your relationship with Christ. People love it. The class is packed every session. My business partner Michelle and I decided that we were not going to teach at SALT. And that was a very intentional decision because we wanted to view everything in the studio from the client's perspective. And so we let the instructors handle the teaching, and we come to SALT like all of the other clients, and we really observe every detail, and the formula has really worked out great for us. It's been a successful strategy.
The fact that she's not a teacher and put so much trust in me and all of us, all of the instructors, she absolutely, we have a way and a philosophy of teaching here at SALT that we want to maintain, but within that, we really value each instructor's uniqueness and style and personality and experiences. I mean, because you're sharing a part of yourself if you're really teaching and sharing. And she, not being a teacher, just allows us to do that and trusts us with that.
Carrie is a strong presence. Her classes are very challenging. She has a heart of gold, a big, huge heart, and people adore her classes. I mean, they know when they come to a class with Carrie, they're going to get 100% of Carrie, and they're going to walk away feeling physically great as well as spiritually and emotionally. People come to SALT not only for the physical challenge, but also for that feeling of peace and feeling balanced. When we designed SALT, our intention was to make it a challenging physical workout, but also providing a sanctuary and a place that could be a refuge for people.
We have created an environment that is open to everyone. We try not to be spiritually intimidating, religiously intimidating, although we do have Christ-based classes, our Holy Yoga classes, but everyone's welcome, and we try to keep it, mainstream sounds a bit crass, and that's not really it, but just open for everyone. One of our most important things we value here is people don't feel intimidated when they come in. So we want to make sure that you get all the exercise your body needs, all the love your heart needs and all the peace your mind needs. But the physical practice is important. I mean, let's face it, we all feel better when we get a good workout. And it's so much more than a workout, but it is. I mean, we all left drenched in sweat. But that feels so good. It's the beginning of the feeling good process.
Well, I think that everyone has a different experience, but for me, it always seems to put me in touch with my inner being, my inner soul, and just that 1 hour time of devotion to myself and to my body, and focusing on my Creator is really a very spiritual and very powerful experience for me.
There's nothing quite like practicing yoga. I love to keep fit and love a good workout, but there's so much more to spending an hour in the yoga room. You come away feeling clean.
All I saw was a lot of sweat. I guess that means it's effective. Sweaty and clean don't go together, do they?
Well, clean on the inside, of course. Clean from the inside out. Our thanks to both Teresa and Carrie for sharing with us, even as Carrie had just walked out of the class, sweat and all. What an awesome team.
Well, we're going to take our first break, but don't go far, as we're coming back with 2 segments to tell you about a new development happening on a local lake. This one may surprise you.
The time is right now to consider solutions for outdoor landscape audio. You experience state-of-the-art audio inside your home. Now you can have it outside your home, on your patio, around your pool, even your whole backyard. Video Revolution has been providing quality sound systems for over 35 years. We partner with exclusive brands like Klipsch, James Loudspeakers, Sonance, and Episode. Our team of cutting-edge experts can assess your needs with a free in-house consultation. It starts simply with a phone call. My name is Randy. I'm here to help.
For 20 years, I've offered affordable, convenient eye care in Tulsa. Right now, you can get 1 pair of glasses or contact lenses starting at just $99, or my 2-pair deal for $129. Hey, and as always, the eye exam's included. Walk-ins are always welcome. Glasses are ready in about an hour. Plus, we have over 2,000 frames to choose from. We're open 7 days a week. Come see why we're voted Tulsa's best. And our drive-thru at 69th and Memorial makes pickup simple and easy. For the best eye care value in Tulsa, Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates.
Hey, we're back, and once again we've come across an individual who has vision almost beyond belief. And to hear the story of how his life and career progressed is inspiring.
We really like bringing you these stories. And this one is special because we all get the benefit of his passion for life and his entrepreneurial spirit.
We're going to take a couple of segments and head out to Lake Keystone and talk with Ron Harral. We sat in a gazebo on the shoreline that overlooked the whole complex and learned about some of the really unique things already there and look ahead at some of the new things just around the corner.
We're really providing Oklahoma an experience on Keystone Lake like they've never had before. I had a customer the other day come over to me and he said, "I'm not blowing smoke, this is real. We just came from Walt Disney World and stayed in their RV park, and your RV park is nicer, your amenities are better than what we had there because of the brand new bathhouse and all the other things we've added." 2001, I learned that the public sector was reaching to the private sector to try and partner on recreational lake development, which continues today. So I did the Sky 2 Cross Timbers project, and then private land development adjoining it. And then in 2013, we were approached to now come and do the same at Keystone. Keystone was viewed as being one of the more poorly developed major lakes in Oklahoma. So we accepted that invitation and came over here. The entire lake, it's 23,000 acres. There was already a large ramp and campground that the Corps had originally put in just down from us here. And so we just, with the city's help, the city is actually our lease partner. So the city of Manford already had under lease the ramp and the camping area. And so this was added for us to build this new marina. The lake manager helped us develop the vision because he was so close to what the consumer demand was. So we set about first being the marina because folks were definitely needing a better experience getting on the water. So we started with 130 slips, about the same number we started at in Sky 2. But here we have focused more on more diversity. We've put a lot more into our restaurant. We put a lot more into the camping areas, the Airstreams, service building. We're doing a lot more diversified things here. These skipper liners are amazing boats. We can, per Coast Guard, we can take 64 out on the water. It'll hold more than that where it is right now, but we usually try and reserve it for groups of 25 to 50, just because it's more comfortable. You can sit upstairs very comfortably the way it's configured with a number of about 40 people, and then downstairs you can easily put 15 or 20 that are inside and sitting out on the decks. We really work hard to keep everything very clean, bathrooms very clean. Travis would tell you that it's almost preached from day one, and he now preaches it to guys working for him. Clean, 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 mow, mow, mow. So when you see the bathhouse, you'll see there's not a bathhouse quite like it. The TVs aren't up yet, but literally we've got TVs that are going up in each one too. So I mean, we really work hard that people will, maybe from Missouri, will go, wow, there's nothing like this in Missouri. That's what we want. We've been amazed how popular this restaurant is because we have garage doors down below that you can open up. And so if the weather is decent, you've got the whole open air downstairs, and then it's literally open air always upstairs. So it's really been neat. The vision there was through an architect that we use, and he suggested that it's going to be pricey, but make your roof flat, and let's turn that into an incredible experience because of the view from that roof. We have live bands every Saturday night, and our sales have been incredible because people now are coming back, and then some of these bands have followings and all, and so we will have a real challenge for our relatively small kitchen to keep up just because the demand is so great. But a lot of people drive up, go enjoy the restaurant, or drive up on a Saturday evening and enjoy the band all evening and don't leave till midnight when we close. To now have two places on two of the three major lakes around the Tulsa area that we have people come here all the time that say, this is nicer than anything we've seen anywhere in the U.S. I'm happy for Tulsans that we've been able to do this because along with places like the Gathering Place, it's another reason you want to live in Tulsa.
Okay, I'm in.
I know, right? What is not to love about that place?
That's kind of an overview of the whole development, but did you pick up on the really cool feature, the Airstream trailer area?
I did, and it's right here on one of our lakes, just outside Tulsa. You could travel the world over and scarcely find another park like this one. And we're gonna take a closer look after we take a short break. So stay tuned, Vintage Trailers is just ahead.
Like parents have a thing, when it gets too quiet in the home, we're worried, you know what I mean? I don't like silence in the home because it just feels dead.
Silence, that just doesn't feel like a creative place to me.
Turning on music in your house is almost like turning on the lights in your house.
Music makes mundane stuff better.
Full screen HD, let me take another picture, let me pull it to the pre.
Silence is probably the enemy of a happy home.
Bring the music home on the corner of 71st and Lewis.
Now, what is the quintessential symbol of the American open road? If you said Airstream, you would be right on.
The silver bullet, the silver burrito, and the silver Twinkie. So many more names have been used to describe this iconic and uniquely designed travel trailer, and has been a part of the American culture since the 1920s, and now has come to the shoreline overlooking Lake Keystone for you to experience for yourself.
Sit back and take notes. You'll be wanting to schedule your own time on the lake as we continue with Ron Harral and Keystone Harbor.
The Airstream Park is something that I think a lot of young and old Americans feel is a very neat, iconic. It's the silver bullet. You know, it was first developed in the late 20s and early 30s at about the time that Lindbergh had the Spirit of St. Louis built, the same aluminum and rivet, highly polished. and they're built, of course, to this day. Now, one like ours goes for $140,000, $150,000. We bought these, they're all late 80s up till early 2000 models. We obviously paid considerably less than that, and then we brought them back entirely. Flat screen TVs, and it takes us several weeks to fix them up to where all the appliances work great and all, but we replace the air conditioning, we do a lot of things. So we spend more on the fixing up by far, as often happens with a vehicle, than the initial cost of you can buy these Airstreams for anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000 that are in decent enough shape they could be recovered. But we kept them as iconic as we can, that they get polished and then they give you a really nice experience. And then the other thing we did is we built a large deck, 10 by 16 foot deck on each one. And so it's great to see people out there enjoying a weekend. It's a very small experience because I think they're 8 or 9 feet wide and they're 25 to 30 feet long. But you've got a full shower, bathroom, you've got a full kitchen, you've got 2 areas to sleep, including a private master. So you really do have all the amenities, you're just in a tight space. We cannot find another one in Oklahoma. It's very hard to even rent an Airstream, but if you go online, you'll see one here and there, usually in an Austin or a Dallas or somewhere where someone's turned an Airstream into kind of a bed and breakfast. Frankly, they usually charge a lot more than we do because they know this is going to be a very iconic, unusual experience for you. And so that's really the only place we've been able to find that you can rent an Airstream. There are RV places now that will rent RVs if you want to take a trip, but we know of none that you could rent an Airstream and go somewhere. And so to have the Airstream already set up with all the amenities and then have the Airstream experience is something that has become extremely popular, and we've only been open with them a couple of 3 months, so we've been amazed. Really neat here in that because we are in the city of Manford city limits, not only do you have a lot better law enforcement, but we also have the ability to go directly into the sewer. And with a camper, that's a big thing. You don't have to pump out. The stuff goes right in directly to the sewer. So we're real pleased with that. We have kind of the advantage of having a city right here with Pizza Huts and Subways and Sonics and all of that good stuff. And yet you feel like when you're out here that you're a million miles from everywhere. We have 5 and we're right now finishing the 6th. The 7th one is a 1976 model that we've donated to the Wounded Veterans of Oklahoma, and it's being all again with private money and private labor. It's going to be totally refinished for folks that are our heroes that suffer from PTSD. I'll drive by on our loop that goes by them and stop, and first everybody looks at you quizzically like, why are you talking to me? And I'll say, well, I'm the developer and I'm just curious, how's your experience? And I mean, people, they beam. Oh, this is so cool, this is so neat.
Wow, that just adds to the awesome experience to be had at Keystone Harbor. And it's only going to get bigger as more Airstreams are renovated.
Worth a look for sure, Austin. The whole place is 5-star, and it's awesome to have it so closely associated with Tulsa.
Google Keystone Harbor while we take a break, but stay tuned as we come back so we can take you for a walk in a different kind of park.
When Explore Tulsa returns in a moment.
When it's time to turn it on, turn it all the way on with Sonos. Sonos, leading the way in innovative audio solutions for your home. Experience crystal clear, full-bodied sound at any volume level. And with rock-solid wireless performance and a system that's easy to set up, control, and expand, your Sonos can be completely customized to fit your needs. Video Revolution is your Tulsa source for all things Sonos. And right now is the perfect time to come in and talk audio. Video Revolution and Sonos, partners in superior audio quality and exceptional customer service on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
It's the end of summer, it's the beginning of fall, and then it's winter time. Each of those seasons have their own beauty.
Something in common though is it's always a good time to get outside in Tulsa. Sure, it's hot in the summer and can get a little chilly in the winter, but Tulsa has a ton of opportunities to enjoy nature and wildlife from right inside Tulsa.
We found such a place and discovered you can come indoors too if the weather gets out of control. Let's hit the trails with this next story.
The park was actually the early water source. It wasn't a park at that point. There's a natural spring system in the middle of the park, which is very common along the South Broken Arrow area, along the river down here. And the newly found city of Broken Arrow was using it as its main water source. And from there, infrastructure kind of developed around the area that's currently the nature park. The city had owned this entire city block, I guess you'd say. And so gradually it had sold off land to the public school system, which we have 2 schools in the front, and surrounding neighborhoods on the side, which left us with 40 acres of park. The Harral Nature Center is actually operated through the Broken Arrow Parks and Recreation system. So it's one of our 3 community centers throughout Broken Arrow. We have our Harral Nature Center, Central Park Community Center, and Nienhuis up north. We work to kind of preserve some of the surrounding foliage in the area. It's a great area for birders. We get a lot of birding organizations that come through looking for some feathered friends that are in the area. It used to be with the surrounding area, we used to have a lot more larger wildlife coming through, but there's been so much development in South Broken Arrow that it's kind of gone down a little bit, but we still get beaver activity with the natural spring system. We still see all kinds of turtles with the 3-toed box turtle and then the red-eared sliders. A lot of snake activity out here. It's a fun time to walk through. You see something different every time. Throughout the park, you'll find some monarch way stations, and so this is part of the Broken Arrow Monarch Movement initiative that we've taken to try to make more awareness of the monarch movement when they're coming down south and heading back up north. It's currently happening right now, so you can find monarch caterpillars and chrysalis, and as well as monarch butterflies throughout the park right now. We try to keep a good assortment of programs, to cater to a wide age range. So we have things from a story time for toddlers and a nature tots class. And then we do the middle school age group for, we just had our Great Outdoor Summer Camp, which was our first week-long summer camp this past summer. And it was really fun. Even all the way to like Master Gardener programs for, garden advocates for their homes, or we've had Is Beekeeping for Me program out here. So we'll work with like the Northeastern Oklahoma Beekeepers Association and stuff, and they'll come out here and get any people that might be interested in starting bee operations at their own, on their own properties. We do some big events throughout the year out here. So we just wrapped up our Bugging Out, which we get the wonderful opportunity to work with the Oklahoma State Insect Adventure out of their entomology program. And so essentially they bring a traveling bug zoo out to the nature park, and it's a free event for the area residents to come out and check out some great bugs. This November we do a kind of dog festival, A Bark in the Park, and it's an opportunity for dog owners to bring their animals out here. And we have pet focused vendors throughout the nature park, kind of just set up right here. They can get a little tour, and then their families can take their dogs out through the trail. But we actually allow dogs year-round out here, just on leash. There's 3 miles of trails tucked into 40 acres, so it's a lot of little winding and moving around, but it's all color-coded trails. It's a trail system, and if visitors swing by the Nature Center, they can grab a map. I think it's a good difficulty range. A lot of parents come in with their strollers. They want to know if they can make it, and there's usually maybe one spot that I say, man, I don't want to take a stroller through, just like uphill with a couple ruts here and there. Other than that, it ranges from paved trails to pea gravel to, sandy trails. We do get a lot of people, even from the surrounding neighborhoods, saying, I've grown up in Broken Arrow my whole life and didn't really know this was here, but they're excited to have found it. It's actually a very popular spot for photos. A lot of families come out here to take their their whatever event photos that they need to get done. So we're really thankful that the local residents see it as a great resource and they notice the beauty of it.
Can you imagine how pretty that place is going to be in a month or so as the trees turn?
I haven't been on those trails, but I want to. In fact, I didn't even know the Harral Nature Park was even there until we did this story. I'll be getting to know more about it soon.
That's the point, Trish. Explore Tulsa. I guess we should lead by example, right? Maybe I'll go back and see if I can find the natural spring for myself. But let's take a break for a moment and then come back to wrap up for another week.
Don't go far. See you in a moment.
Discover the benefits of making the right connections at Video Revolution. Connect with the expert staff who will take the time to understand and satisfy your technology needs. The installation staff will make it easy to maximize your new equipment for years of high-definition inspiration. Inspirational video and audio now with voice-driven built-in internet streaming apps. Connections, real live ones with people who know and care. Video Revolution on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Hi, Dr. Robert Zellner here. For over 20 years, I've offered affordable, convenient eye care in Tulsa. Right now, you can get one pair of glasses or contact lenses starting at just $99 or my two-pair deal for $129. Hey, and as always, the eye exam's included. Walk-ins are always welcome. Glasses are ready in about an hour. Plus, we have over 2,000 frames to choose from. We're open 7 days a week. Come see why we're voted Tulsa's best. And our drive-thru at 69th and Memorial makes pickup simple and easy. For the best eye care value in Tulsa, Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates.
Sony and Video Revolution take you there. From space travel to world championships. Tomorrow's technology today. 4K smart TVs and the largest flat screens available. Now more than ever, you have the best seat in the world when history is made. Video Revolution. On the northwest corner, 71st and Lewis.
Hi, my name's Sean Fullerton with Insane Fishing, and you're watching Explore Tulsa.
Well, there you go. Another week of exploring Tulsa. It's our sponsors who make this show possible, so we want to make sure we say thank you to them.
Don't forget to find us on Facebook or YouTube and say hi, like and share our work, or leave a message for us. We'd love to hear from you.
We do 4 stories a week, 52 weeks a year, so we're always looking for interesting segments. If you know someone we should talk to, let us know. We have an email set up for you to connect with us.
So that's all for now. We'll see you next time right here on Explore Tulsa.
She couldn't hit the broadside of a barn with her shotgun, okay? Dogs were pointing a bird, pheasant hunting, and the bird would fly, and she would bang, bang, and I was behind her out of the picture, and I'd boom, and the bird would fly. Would fall down. And she never hit a bird, and we made her look like Annie Oakley.